Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gies Online Master of Science in Accountancy webinar. We're going to hold for just a couple minutes here. We do have a small group today, but I want to allow just a few moments for folks to get connected and get settled. But my name is Lori Hayes. I'm a coordinator in admissions and recruitment here at Gies Online. I'm joined by my colleague, Grant Sifser, who will be assisting in the Q&A feature. And I also have a student ambassador on this call that I will introduce here in just a few minutes. But you can take this time to scan the QR code that you see on your screen. This is a great way for you to get connected to our website and to our team. Today, we are going to explore the iMSA program and how it will help you earn or become CPA ready in the Masters of Accounting from a top 3 graduate accounting school, gaining expert instruction and interactive online learning for both seasoned professionals and newcomers. So even if you're pivoting to the field of accounting, this webinar is for you. But before we get started, I would like to hear where everyone is joining us from. So we have a poll on the next slide. You can either pop it in the chat or participate in the poll, but let us know where you are at. I'm over here in the Pacific Northwest in Bend, Oregon, but lived in Champaign for many years. And Anita, where are you joining us from today?
I'm from Chicago suburbs, but today, right now, I'm in the Atlanta airport,
Great.
joining there from Georgia. Yes.
Wonderful. And Grant is there in the Champaign, Chicago area. So he kind of bounces back and forth. I see we have someone from New York City that they put that in the chat. Okay, great. We have a pretty small group. So let's go ahead and go over our agenda. Oh, we have someone else from Champaign here. Great. This is what we're going to be covering today. So first, I would like to go ahead and introduce our student ambassador. That is Anita Cothery. Anita, do you want to take just a moment to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about your professional background and where you are in the iMSA program.
Absolutely. Thanks, Lori. So it's my pleasure that I'm doing this actually second or third time now, the webinar, and absolutely love the iMSA experience. I absolutely love sharing my experience with the prospective students. I am an accountant. I work for Caterpillar, and this is my second year in the iMSA program. I joined in the spring of 2024. Things are going great. I am done with half of my core courses and started my data analytics, which is a specialization I'm going to be doing. So I started with that. Things are on a rock and roll right now.
Great, thank you. So throughout our time together today, I will touch a bit on the University of Illinois and Gies College of Business. We will have a more in-depth look at Gies Business Online and specifically the iMSA program. We'll dive deeper into the iMSA curriculum and content, and then we will chat about some application tips and tricks. And as you have questions, please put those in the Q&A feature. It's just a little bit easier for us to get those answered, and we will hopefully get all of those questions answered before the end of our time today. All right. Well, first, let's go over the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. We do have several accolades listed here on this slide. The University of Illinois has a very strong reputation in not only in academia, but also in industry. We have approximately 35,000 undergraduate students and 20,000 graduate students. We're a land grant institution, which means we are committed to providing life-changing access to education at an affordable cost to learners all over the world. We are ranked as the number nine public university by U.S. News and World Report. We are a top 5 National Science Foundation funded research institution, which highlights our strong emphasis on cutting edge research. We have over 500,000 plus living alumni, one of the largest alumni organizations, and we have over 24 million library items that you would have access to as an online learner. And we are rated the #1 most disability-friendly campus in the US. Moving on to Gies College of Business, we were named the #1 biggest business school innovation of the decade by Poets and Quants, the #1 accountancy faculty by BYU Accounting Faculty Research Rankings. In 2022, we were named the MBA Program of the Year by Poets and Quants. And we are a top 10 undergraduate business school in the nation by US News and World Report. And there are over 81,000 Gies Business alumni that you can connect and network with at events and online. So let's talk about the 3 main qualities that make up Gies online programs. First would be flexibility. Gies Online is 100% fully online. This means you can access the group projects and live sessions from the comfort of your own home, office, or anywhere you might be. We are flexible in degree planning, choosing the number of courses you would like to take and the order in which you would like to take them. And you also get to choose a few of the electives to hopefully gear your degree towards your interests and your goals. And our tuition is on a pay-as-you-go model, where you only pay for courses as you are enrolled in them. We are also stackable. Stackability, I'm going to go over this in a little bit more depth on the next slide, but we offer many courses and bite-sized options to stack into your next credential to provide all learners an entry point that works for them wherever they are in their learner journey. And again, we'll go over that stackability option in a little more depth on the next slide. And online by design. We have been delivering online courses through our, at the start of the iMBA program in 2016, and then later added the management program and the accountancy program. And we are one of the first online MBA programs offered at an affordable price. We offer an innovative delivery of content without sacrificing interactions and collaboration with instructors and fellow classmates. Anita, can you tell me a little bit, did either any of these qualities kind of resonate with you when you were choosing an online program? All right, we'll go ahead and go on. Grant, can you let Anita know that she's frozen? Can you go ahead and message her for me and then and let her know? All right, stackable build. So this is that stackability slide that I wanted to go over in more depth. This slide represents all the building blocks and credentials that basically are offered here at Gies Online. There are the free Coursera MOOCs, which MOOC stands for Massive Open Online Course, and those are delivered on the Coursera platform. We do have non-degree single 4-credit courses, graduate certificates, and we also offer 3 full master's degree programs, the iMSA being one of those. All of these can complement an existing credential. All of these options allow for development of new and targeted knowledge. They all allow you to work at your own pace. And lastly, stackability is outcome driven, which means you will see career impact with each stackable step. So as you can see, we have a little something for everyone here at Gies Online, whether you're wanting to take a single course, earn a graduate certificate, or get a master's degree. We do have options that build on one another and work together. And one more thing that I'd like to mention is if you would later like to apply to the iMBA program after you complete the iMSA, 24 of the iMSA credits will stack or transfer into the iMBA program upon acceptance. So then you would only have a remaining 48 credits left to complete to get your iMBA, and you would then have 2 master's degrees. Okay, another poll here, but also feel free just to toss some responses in the chat if that's easier. We are curious about what is holding you back from graduate education. Is it the cost, maybe the online format? Many of us, did our undergraduate studies at a time when online wasn't an option, so that could be maybe intimidating for some. Is it the time commitment? We know that you're juggling a career and many other responsibilities. ROI, like you want to make sure that this is going to be worth the time and energy and have an impact in your career, difficulty, or maybe it's something else. So feel free to go ahead and pop something in the chat that might be holding you back, or add it to the poll. It looks like difficulty was up there, and hopefully Anita will be able to touch a little bit on that to ease some of your concerns. All right.
Lori, I'm back actually. I'm so
Yes.
sorry. I got disconnected and then
Nope.
I'm back now.
That's all good. Thank you. I'm glad you're back. All right. Well, let's go on to the graduate certificate. So I want to discuss this a little bit before we go into the iMSA program. This is a great stackable option if you're not quite ready for the full iMSA program. All of our graduate certificates consist of 12 hours or 3 courses of transcripted credit. It's a brief application process to apply to our graduate certificates, and they are stackable into any of our degree programs, including the iMSA program. With the iMSA, if you did want to start with a graduate certificate, you are allowed to stack one before joining the degree program. And as you can see here on this slide, we have all of our graduate certificate options listed. We have a total of 13 graduate certificates. Some of them cover more general business skills and others are more accounting specific. A graduate certificate is a great option if you just want to get your feet wet a bit without jumping in straight into a degree, or you just want to try out some of our courses. And I'm going to cover a few quick facts here about the iMSA program. This program builds expertise in the fundamentals of accounting, like financial reporting, audit and control, and U.S. federal taxation. The tuition does have a range from $20,000 to $28,000, but the average tuition is right there in the middle, about $24,000. There's a range because your tuition does depend on some of the elective courses that you choose. Some are more than others. Students can complete the iMSA in 18 to 36 months, depending on your course load. And the graduate college actually just requires that you complete it within 5 years of your start date. So if life gets hectic or something comes up, you need to take time off, you're welcome to do that. Just want to make sure that you complete it within 5 years. We do have 3 start dates for the iMSA program. So we have January, May, and August. And the iMSA includes a total of 32 credit hours or 8 courses. So whether you're a mid-level professional looking to move into that C-suite position or completely new to the field, you'll be well positioned to advance in your career and increase your earnings potential with the iMSA. And then the class profile here, our average age of our students is 36. The majority of students will be seasoned professionals with about 10 years of experience, but then you will also have other folks that are coming straight out of undergrad as well, or even others that are even further along in their career. And 12% of our students are international learners, so you will find a diverse range of students within the iMSA program. 47 states and territories are represented, as well as 36 countries. And 95 Fortune 500 companies are represented in the iMSA program. We have career changers, folks that might be new to accounting, and others that have been in finance and accounting for years. So you will connect with your peers from a variety of industries and backgrounds. Anita, can you talk a little bit about the makeup of the those that you're taking courses with, and their diverse profiles, and how that's working for you?
Yeah, so I am basically taking, I've planned my each semester in such a way that I take an accounting core course and I also take an analytics specialization course. Basically, they are 2 different fields, but they really go very well because analytics is actually helping, do become like better as an accountant. how can I automate the process, and what I can do, basically bring the knowledge that I'm getting in the class right away into my work situation. So that's really helping a lot. With the core courses, there is always that the new learning and how I can apply that new learning to work again. That's helping. So am I answering your question, Lori?
Yes, yeah, no, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, and then basically the professors, the faculty, they are all from the industry. So they have actually they share the industry knowledge with the students all the time, and they bring in industry experts in the class, as in lecture format, in a conversation, on a chat format. So we are able to talk and basically get those experiences, or be able to expose to those the experts in the industry, really in each class.
Okay,
So
great. Thank you,
mhm.
Anita. Okay, and then moving on a little bit to the career impact. So what is the value of our program? I do have just a few statistics on this slide for you. 76% of our students received a promotion or job offer during the iMSA program. 22% received a pay increase during the program, and there's a 96% satisfactory rate with overall program quality. So you can see that the return of investment is pretty relevant here, and that the iMSA program can have an immediate impact on your career. All right, and the curriculum. So first, before talking about the curriculum, I did want to touch base on the prerequisites to apply to the iMSA program. We do require students to have completed a minimum of one business management course and one or two course sequences in the principles of accounting. We do offer these courses through Coursera to help you satisfy this requirement if it's not satisfied in your undergraduate studies. So the three courses in combination will satisfy all the prerequisites. And Grant, can you pop the link to our facts page that links the Coursera prerequisite courses, please? That way, if anyone does need to access those courses, those links are on our facts page. And then the iMSA curriculum consists of 32 credit hours that students are required to complete. 20 of those will be core courses. Those are required by every iMSA student. And then you will have 12 credit hours of electives. These electives will allow you to kind of customize your degree and gear it towards your own professional goals. iMSA learners can also elect to earn one graduate certificate during their degree program. There are 12 embedded graduate certificate options, and you can find them on this page. I'm going to pop it in the chat. So if you're interested in earning a micro credential while you are pursuing your iMSA degree, there is a list of embedded graduate certificate options on that page, and you can choose one of those. And that's an excellent way to kind of, have some sort of certificate under your belt before actually graduating from the degree program. Anita, where have you, seen the most impact from the courses thus far in your career or in your current role?
First, Laurie, the reason I actually joined the program was I have been with my company for a long time. Actually, I'm going to finish 10 years in next week. So I've been there for a long time. I was working as an accountant, but I wanted to pivot myself in the accounting space. And to get that, to stay current with the industry trends in accounting and especially analytics, I did see that demand for that in my company. And the moment I joined, I mean, this just the fact that the recognition that I was getting in my company, that I'm doing the accounting analytics program from Gies College, School of Business, that was immense. I mean, it was surprising, and it was very happily surprising for me. I basically got a new position right away. I joined the program in January of 2024, and I joined this new role in June of 2024. It was, and I can basically tell that this position would have not come along if I would have not started the program, or I mean, it would have gotten delayed
Mhm.
further. So that was like a really immediate ROI for me. The fact that, actually right now my boss, she's actually exploring the program with me, and she is wanting to get more information that, can she
Oh,
join and can she that. And I told her, I said there are options where I can bring a guest as a, coffee chat. So I am going
uh-huh.
to be bringing her once in one of the coffee chats, and so that, she can get more information. So she is already a CPA, but with our
Yeah.
discussions and the information that I've shared with her about the program, she's like very motivated to, come and learn and most likely join the program down the road. So basically, I'm meaning to say that it's giving me the accounting skills, the core skills for sure, which I'm able to transfer in my job right away. But the analytics part, which is making me a better accountant, more efficient, is just amazing. I mean, just the small tools that we learn, and then we are able to, kind of share that with our colleagues and with our, yeah, the team that we're working with. It's just phenomenal just to go and share those information and the response that we get.
Great. I love that
Mhm.
response.
Mhm.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
congratulations on, yeah, the new
thank you.
role and everything.
Mhm.
All right, a little note about the I, because we do get asked about this quite often. The I just refers to the method of delivery only. It is to signify all of the master's degrees offered online at Gies. There will be no mention, though, of the I on your transcripts or diplomas. So it will look as if you completed a residential program. And then moving on to faculty. Oh, I skipped a slide. There we go. So you might be wondering how we are delivering all this highly innovative content to our learners. And a lot of that does have to do with our amazing faculty. Gies College of Business is home to more than 250 full-time faculty across accountancy, business administration, and many other, marketing, management, supply chain, and much more. But more than half of the Gies faculty are actively engaged in research that is changing how business is taught and how business is done. We do have over 70 faculty members who teach in our online programs with industry and research expertise. We have about 250 TAs that help out within the courses. And then we do have a team of 55 Gies staff members in our teaching and learning department. So basically, all of these three groups come together to deliver the content and create the content that we deliver. And the Gies Online faculty has they complete 40 live sessions each week with almost 20,000 videos created to date. So that's pretty exciting. And we do have 6 current studios in our building. It's called the Business Instructional Facility, but we have a new building coming soon. And we will have 7 more studios in our new building called Stephen Weimer Hall. And then as for the accountancy faculty specifically, we were ranked #1 in research productivity in the BYU accounting research rankings. 44 of our accountancy faculty members hold editorial positions at accounting journals, and 92% have published in 6 accounting journals as well. So, but on this next slide, it's just a little teaser, but it's gonna give you a little taste of what you can expect in a live session. So this is Professor Hayden Knoll. He is one of the favorites, so you can be prepared to be entertained. So hopefully that gave you a little taste of what to expect in a live session. Anita, can you chat a little bit about, how the live sessions have been for you?
Absolutely, Lori. So live session, I always try never to miss the live session because very informative, very engaging, and also it's interactive. There's never been a situation where a professor is talking or lecturing only. It's always completely engaging where we are given up time to discuss, ask questions, and then there are breakout sessions in every live session. So basically, whatever content we are discussing, we get opportunity to go and discuss in a small group setting, where we are with a team of students, we are discussing and we are coming up with answers, and the professor is basically floating between different breakout sessions, and then we come together as a group and then we discuss our whatever we found, our answers, and what questions we came up with, or how did we extend our learning. So it's very engaging, and it is definitely. I've never felt as if it's online. It just has been for me like a classroom experience. I've never felt any difference there. Other than that, there is these class live sessions are actually recorded. So sometimes if the professor is working on a problem and it's a hard one, and there is an opportunity for me to go back and look at that recording and rewind the recording as many times I want to do that, and basically really understand the concept if I was not able to grasp something during the live session. So really I feel like they're doing two things. They not only is a classroom experience, but then this is a recorded experience where I can go back and look at it and again basically benefit from that recording.
Great.
That's really great.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on to our two components that make up the Gies learner journey. The first component I'm going to go over is our asynchronous component. These are non-credit bearing courses that you complete asynchronously on your own time that cover foundational material. These are the Coursera MOOCs. It serves as your digital textbook for each course. And these offer specific career aligned training. You do earn a digital certificate that you can share on social platforms at the completion of your Coursera MOOC. You enroll through the Coursera platform, and the content is made up of videos, self-assessed quizzes, assignments, and peer evaluations. This component is much more self-paced and self-driven. And then the second component to courses is the high engagement component. The high engagement material builds upon the MOOC foundational material. It will give you the real world scenarios and projects to pull through the concepts you have learned in the MOOCs. You will have that live 90-minute live lecture on Zoom each week. And then there will be the small group breakout sessions like Anita talked about during these live classes. They are offered multiple different times. We are trying to accommodate all of our global time zones. So most courses have 2 or 3 different options for you to attend a live session, and the recording will always be available if you can't attend live. And also, I did want to mention that your faculty will also be available for office hours. I feel like this is something that's unique to our program, but you can actually hop on and interact and during the instructor's office hours. You can ask questions about the content. You can network with other peers that might be in the call as well. Or if you're having like a current problem at your company or in your job, you can also hop on and just get some advice, like real-time advice for a real business problem. So I love that we offer these weekly office hours as well. But together, the Coursera component and the high engagement component make up your 4-credit Gies online course. And then Anita, can you tell me a little bit about how you have balanced these two components and what your time commitment looks like each week, maybe per course?
Right. Yeah. So the MOOC courses and the basically the asynchronous and synchronous part, that was actually the biggest one of the differentiating factors for me when I chose Gies over anything else. Basically because it's almost like you prepare the asynchronous part, which is the MOOC portion, I normally always do those classes beforehand. I mean, I've looked at the videos, I've done the reading before I actually come to the live session. So that way I'm kind of prepared with questions that I need to ask the professor. I'm actually having a little bit of background where I can engage in the class better. So it almost feels like I'm uh, learning the same material two times, and I'm being given the opportunity to ask questions in the live sessions because of that pre-work that I did in the MOOC. The time commitment wise, yes, it is intense. Some of the classes are like really intense. I'm going to say that it's almost like I tell my husband it's almost like I'm a full-time student, but I'm also full-time I'm also in the workforce, so I'm basically doing two things at a time, and I never have time for anything. But the thing is that it's a very enriching and a feeling, and it's you feel accomplished every after every class. You feel like you've achieved something because it was intense. So that and I would say something that comes easy would not give you that feeling of accomplishment, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it does require time commitment. It does, and each course is different. But most of the accounting core courses, I would say that you have to be planning for at least 10 to 15 hours of work outside the class time.
Okay, great. Yeah, I feel like that's
Mhm.
about the average that we hear from across the board from our learners. So,
Mhm. Right.
all right. A little bit about networking. This is also another question that we do hear quite often is how do our students network within an online program? We do hold several different types of events for our students to network. I'm going to try to go over these pretty quickly, but iConnects are meetups for current students and prospects where we typically have a speaker for some professional development. We usually hold these in, metropolitan cities across the US. We do have immersion trips, and I'm going to touch a little bit more on that on the next slide. But we hold immersions both in the US and internationally. And then iConverge is our annual in-person event where we invite all students and alumni to attend a fun 3-day networking event on campus. It's every September. And then the second group listed there is what we refer to as our student-led opportunities. So Workplace is our social media platform. It basically operates like Facebook. It's owned by Facebook. There is a lot of engagement among students on this platform. They form groups, ask questions, they network, they support one another. So that's an excellent tool to utilize. And then you will have plenty of group work within your courses with your peers. Student-led meetups also happen all over the world, really. So if you're traveling through another city or area or another country and you're stopping somewhere, you can, toss it out on Workplace. I'm going to be traveling through here. Is anyone available to meet up? And that's how some of those organic student-led meetups are happening. And you also might be living in an area where there's a group that gets together once a month or once a year or anywhere in between. And then finally, the IGBA, that's the iDegree Graduate Business Association. That is a University of Illinois registered student organization of iDegree learners. It's exclusively for our currently enrolled iDegree graduate students. And the IGBA basically acts as a liaison between currently enrolled Gies Online students and the college and University of Administration. And so yeah, Anita, can you touch a little bit on what has been your favorite way to network in the program with your busy schedule?
Mhm. Workplace for sure. I mean, whenever there are questions, you type up, you can put your answer question in the workplace, and then you get information from alumni, from the current students who are in the program but have done the course that you are asking question on. Then there is faculty. So by far, I'm gonna say workplace is one of the best. But other than that, I have been able to participate in student-led meetups around the town. So I've been able to, go in a couple of Chicago-based meetups, and they are very fun. They're actually attended by alumni also. So last time when I went, there was 2 alumni who had attended, and there were 3 current students. So
Mhm.
it's basically very chilled event. We're meeting in a restaurant, and we just having fun talking, and then basically getting what their experience have been and how they can basically help. I mean, I decided two of my courses during that meetup because I was just taking information from the alumni, and they were talking about, take the class from this professor. You do not want to miss that, or this is the next best course after what you have done now. So things like that. So there is a lot of resources available. Is I always have felt that I am only limited by the time. With my time, there is no scarcity of resources. I mean, if I have the time, I can basically go in and do a lot more than what I'm doing right now. So
Great.
yeah.
Thank you, Anita.
Mhm.
All
Thank
right,
you.
then moving on to those immersion opportunities. I did want to touch on these. These are just some photos from a few of our past immersions. Our immersions we host them about 4 times a year. There are some that are virtual, and then others that are here in the United States and internationally as well. All degree learners are eligible to apply for this opportunity. They are an extra cost. There's about 30 to 40 students that typically attend. And immersions are basically project-based, where you're working with real companies to solve a real world business problem. There will also be lots of fun cultural activities included as well. We wrapped up the South Africa immersion this past August, and earlier this past summer, we were in Malaysia and Singapore. Our upcoming immersions for 2025 are going to be in Miami, Vietnam, and Brazil. So that's pretty exciting. This is a great opportunity for networking and to experience learning sessions with various company stakeholders. And iConverge. So this slide represents our iConverge 2024 event. It takes place every September. We had about 397 total alumni and students attend. 26 states were represented and 29 countries. I did speak with several attendees this year that were joining us for even their third and fourth time. So it's a great reunion for our students and alumni, and something everyone really looks forward to each year. And workplace. These are just a few examples of various workplace posts, attending a live session while being on vacation, which I thought was kind of fun. Our Southeast Asia group holds an iEverything event each year where learners from that part of the world gather together to celebrate each other's accomplishments throughout the year. And then you can see a post from one of our students that won an award for his startup. So there's lots of fun posts on workplace, and also lots of support for students for courses and other resources as well. Student meetups, here are just a few of the student-led meetups that have happened. And as you can see, these happen not only in the US, but internationally as well. And moving on to learner support and the support that you will receive as an admitted student. We have an entire student and academic success team available to you. They can go over the degree requirements with you and help you set up a degree plan. They have express advising hours available multiple times a week, where you can hop on and off and get any questions answered, or you can register for a one-on-one Zoom meeting with an advisor or email them anytime. Anita, have you connected with academic advising services? And if so, what did that support look like for you?
Yes, I've connected, Lori, and the support is phenomenal. I mean, there have been 2 or 3 occasions where I had taken an appointment with my advisor, and then we went over the degree planning, and then we basically changed the course a couple of times. So they have really guided me in what will be the next best course in my my path basically. So that support is there. Apart from that, I will also highlight about the student support that is available. Just in workplace itself, the alumni and the students who are seniors or who have already done these courses, they have created spreadsheets, Excel sheets, where they actually talk about which course is going to be is a good match with another course. Like they've color coded it with a level of difficulty. Like you don't want to take 2 red courses because they are too very high in difficulty level. You want to kind of combine a red course with a green course, or something like that. that
Okay.
kind of that level of sharing of information is basically there, is what I was wanting to say. So
Mhm.
and then I also want to basically talk about one of the professors. The faculty is always there to support. I mean, I cannot even tell how much the professors are always available and eager to help you. You only have to ask questions. There was I mean, this an overwhelming feeling that I got once, a really touching feeling. One of the professors, I was asking him something outside the course a little, but it was basically more to do with my workplace and the accounting. And he was basically driving to Chicago from Champaign. He actually talked to me for 2.5 hours during his drive and just explaining things to me and just basically, uplifting me and giving me his take on that whole situation and everything. I cannot even tell you how much they go above and beyond to help learners. So that's why it has been an amazing experience. I have to say that.
We love to hear that. All right, and then moving on to career resources. So this slide represents basically the career resources that will be available to you as a student. We do have a career strategy workplace group. This is on that workplace platform that we mentioned earlier. And this is a group where students and alumni can come together to network, job search, and also post any job openings. Big Interview is available to our students. It offers training courses and hands-on practice with mock interviews that are geared specifically to your interests and career background. And then Handshake is available to all University of Illinois students. This is the job board and career fairs, but this is a campus recruiting platform designed a little bit more for residential and on-campus students, but you will have access. So if that is interesting to you, just know that you will be able to utilize that. You just might find that the career strategy workplace group or LinkedIn and other professional job boards might be more helpful to you. And then VMOC is a resume and career development tool that helps you improve your resume. It will provide feedback and advice on how to enhance your resume. So those are available to you as well. Okay, we're going to move into the application a little bit here. What part of the application looks most time consuming to you? Feel free to participate in the poll or pop it in the chat. But is, the resume, personal statement, recommendation form, the transcripts, listing your work experience, providing English proficiency test score, the prerequisites and coursework form. Any of these, do you feel like any of these are, kind of holding you back from applying? Then we will go over these on the next slide. All right, looks like resume was a big one, the recommendation forms. Okay. Great. Well, let's go over the requirements and hopefully ease some of your concerns. The application requirements for our degree programs are listed here. An updated resume, just like a 1 to 2 page resume would be perfect. And just make sure it's updated, but it doesn't really have to have all the fluff in it. We have some personal statement or an academic statement and short answer personal statement options for you to kind of tell us the things that you might want to have on your resume, but you can highlight them in those statements. And unofficial transcripts or mark sheets. So your officials are not required to apply. You will only need to provide those to us after you are admitted, and you will be able to do that within like your first term. And so no need to get the officials, just the unofficials are fine. As for the academic statement and short answer personal statements, all the prompts are found within the application. There's a word count as well. And these are just opportunities for us to kind of get to know you better and for you to tell us your story. The 2 recommendation forms, we actually email, you'll enter their information, and then we will email your recommenders a form to be completed. It can be done in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. And then they do have the option to upload a letter if they want to, but it is completely optional. We cannot accept recommendations from the applicant. So you will need to input their information and we will send them the form. No GRE or GMAT is required. And then there is a video essay that's it's a required component for our iMSA applicants. And basically you will present, you'll be presented with 3 selected questions and you will answer them. You have an allotted time. I think it's about 3 minutes and 2 attempts to complete the questions and submit your responses. This video just allows you to speak directly to the admissions committee, and you can expect some general questions about your career goals, experience working with a team, why you chose to apply to Gies, and any challenges and or contributions that you'll be able to make if you're admitted. The English proficiency score is required for some international applicants. And scholarship applications are available. Our next intake for scholarship applications will be for the fall 25 semester. Those are actually live on our website now. So if you're interested in applying for scholarship, you are welcome to do that for an August start. And then finally, if you are concerned that your profile might not be strong enough to gain admission to one of our online degree programs, we do have the PAT program. It is the performance-based admission track, is a great option for those that may not meet a requirement. It gives learners the opportunity to apply to PAT as a non-degree student and take graduate level courses and earn credit. The requirement is for the iMSA PAT program, you would complete 2 of the required iMSA courses and have at least a 3.0 GPA or higher. If you meet that GPA requirement, then you automatically migrate into the degree program and you don't need to repeat those courses. So we do everything on the back end for you. So excellent opportunity if you feel like you fall short with one of the requirements. After you submit your application, we will contact you if anything is missing. We accept applications on a rolling basis, and it takes about 2 to 3 weeks before you will hear from us with either a decision or an invitation to complete the video interview. Moving on to some deadlines here. So in order to apply by March 6th for a May start, and then if you're more interested in starting in the fall, the first priority deadline is April 3rd. And you'll be able to receive maximum benefits. There's no application fee. You have early access to the networking platforms and to Coursera, and eligibility for the scholarship application and priority registration for courses. So if you are interested in applying for scholarship, you will want to make sure your application is in by April 3rd. And then another deadline for you, the priority 2 deadline, I wanted to mention that too. If you apply by May 1st, these are the priority 2 benefits, still no application fee, and early access to those platforms and priority registration for courses. All right. Okay, so why Gies Business? Well, hopefully you learned a little bit about the University of Illinois and our programs, specifically the iMSA program. I do feel like the 3 things I hear most students talk about in terms of why they chose Gies Online is the flexibility, affordability, and networking opportunities. You're able to complete your master's degree without leaving your job or any other responsibilities. Our price point is really unmatched, especially for the high quality education that you'll be receiving. And despite our program being online, you will have numerous opportunities to meet and connect with your peers in person. So we would love for you to join us here at Gies. But while I want to kind of check and see, let's see, do we have any questions? Because we're nearing the end of our time. If you have any questions, this would be kind of your last chance to pop those in the Q&A feature. We're happy to answer any remaining questions or lingering questions that you might have. Anita, is there anything I missed, or do you have any last minute thoughts or anything you would add before we do close out for the day?
Well, I think you covered everything, Lori. Office hours, I would actually give a little bit of highlight about the office hours. Every course has office hours which are scheduled, and we come to know about them right in the first week of the course through the syllabus. But apart from that, if for whatever reason, if you have extra questions that either you were not able to come to the office hour or you have more questions for your homework, then there is an opportunity for us to send questions through iSupport. And then there is also an opportunity for us to schedule an appointment with TA or the professor if their time allows. So there has been, there have been very difficult courses where I've had to take these extra help, and that extra help has always been available.
Great, thank you. We do have another question here about the PAT program. So just again, there's a link I think that Grant put there in the chat. But again, the PAT program is, these are just some examples. Like we have the requirement for a 3.0 GPA, or maybe you took a lot of time off from working and you don't have a lot of work experience, or if there's anything that you feel might make that's keeping your profile from being really strong, the PAT program might be an option for you, where you take 2 courses that are required in the iMSA program. The requirement is to get a 3.0 or higher, and then you will automatically migrate into the degree program and those courses will transfer. So excellent opportunity for anyone that feels like their profile isn't strong enough to apply to the degree program. And then another question here, can you, oh, I just missed it. 1 second here. I think it was about deadlines. Oh, I think I missed it.
For the summer and fall deadline.
What was that, Grant?
Switching to the slide that comes before the summer or fall deadline.
Oh, go back to that slide.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go there. The application review. Let's see. Yeah, this is our application review process. Basically, when you submit an application, I would say, assuming when you submit it, all of your required materials are there, you'll probably receive a decision within 3 to 4 weeks. All right, and then a couple other questions here, and then we're going to have to hop off because there's another webinar starting at 5 o'clock. And let's see here. Would you please kindly confirm that the courses will be delivered in a mode of recording or live Zoom? So both live sessions and recorded. And, oh, here, can you switch this slide? Oh, I see that now. Okay. Before the summer fall deadline. So we did that. I know some students extend their graduation due to internships. Did you take an internship during or after the program? Anita, did you do an internship at all?
No, Larry, I'm full-time employed, so I've not taken an internship.
But I will say, another one of our ambassadors, Rishi, he was on this call last month for me, and he actually paused the program to do an internship. So I know that there are folks in the iMSA program that might pause their program or maybe even do it along with their internship. So that is possible. And all right, great. And yeah, we will be sending, there were some questions about whether or not you're going to get a recording. We have a YouTube page with all of our events, and we will send that out. We'll send the link to our YouTube page in a follow-up email. So everyone will be able to view the recording. It takes us a few days to get that up on our YouTube page, but it will be available to you. And then also, please just reach out to us anytime. I'm going to put well, actually, let me just go here to the last slide. 1 second here. I gotta flip through these. First of all, how did we do today? I hope that you got most of your answers, most of your questions answered, and that you're feeling good about the iMSA program. But if you still do have some lingering questions, please do email us, and I'm going to put our email address in the chat. Reach out to us anytime. We have an entire team of admissions counselors that are here and eager to answer your questions. So please reach out. And then last slide here has that QR code again. If you want to scan that, that's a way to get connected to our website and our team. And finally, I do want to put in the chat, this is a group that we have on LinkedIn. And it is an opportunity for our prospective learners to ask questions to our ambassadors like Anita. So feel free to request to join that group. We would love to have you in there, and you can see lots of great content and questions in that group. So please feel free to join us there. All right, so I think we're about the end of the hour. Grant, I do want to thank you for handling the Q&A and the chat. And looks like one more question, is the scholarship given automatically? So it's a separate application for the scholarship. After you apply to the degree program, within your application portal, there will be basically a link that pops up, and that is the link to apply to scholarship. So it's a separate application, but you cannot apply for scholarship until you have applied for the program. All right. And then I want to thank all of you for joining us today. I really appreciate you being here, asking great questions. And Anita, thank you so much. I know you are super busy and you're in the airport and doing all sorts of things, but we cannot do these events without our ambassadors. So thank you so much, Anita, for all of the feedback that you gave us and sharing your student experience with us today.
Absolutely, Lori. My pleasure.
All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close it out. Please reach out if you need anything. We're happy to chat. And thank you again, everyone, for being here. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.